In today's video, we're going to talk about some simple, basic real estate terms that you need to familiarize yourself with if you're planning on becoming a homeowner in 2025 or even beyond, right? So the first thing is a house or the home. There are several different types of houses out there. Several different types, which includes condo. So a condominium is usually a community, a house, a dwelling space within a community, right? With shared spaces. So you own the apartment. It's like an apartment building, but you own it and you pay for maintenance and all that stuff. It is a good starter, but you have to consider the fees that you're going to be paying for condo fees, right? So you share like the laundry room, you share like parking spaces, you share like they have different offices, they might have pools, they might have gym. So it's some people like the luxury feeling of it and less responsibility. So when it comes on to snow plowing or taking care of gardening or all that outdoorsy stuff, then you don't have to do those stuff. You just pay your fee and the condo company take care of that. So there are condos. Then there are townhouses. So they're either freehold or within a condominium, which means that you have to pay a maintenance fee, right? So it is similar to a condo, but it's a house that is connected. So there are several different houses connected together, right? So you have your own house, you have your own backyard, but it's within an area, a specific community, some are gated, where you also have to pay. If it's not freehold, you have to pay condo fees, right? So that's another type of house. It is a beginner friendly way of home ownership. It's like a stepping stone from living in maybe an apartment to a house that you own. It is usually smaller than a single family home, right? So the backyard space is smaller. You don't have to share amenities as a condo, but you in some cases will have to pay the condo fees. Next, you have single family homes, which you call detached homes. And with detached homes, there are several different types of these types of homes. There are bungalows, you call them ranch style. So they comes in a variety of styles, of sizes, of shapes, right? So usually first time homeowners, for me, for example, myself, I started out with a townhouse because it is sometimes often cheaper than the single family home, right? So is usually an upgrade from the townhouse to a single family home. Another advantage of this is that you are not attached to anybody else's property. You can go around your house, right? You have your backyard. Sometimes some disadvantage with the townhouses is that it's just a wall that separates your house from the other person's house. So at times you can hear them talking. So the privacy level, I remember when we had our townhouse, we could hear the neighbors in their bedroom because their bedroom walls were connected to our bedroom walls. So there were not a lot of privacy. You could hear them actually, hear them in their bedroom, right? So that's one of the disadvantage in having a townhouse. Then you have duplex, right? Duplex is a good investment strategy. House for a good investment strategy. Although, if you have a single family home with a finished basement, this is also a good way of doing real estate investing because you can live at the top and you rent out the basement, or you live at the basement and you rent out the top, right? But with a duplex, it's two houses connected with a shared wall, and both houses have their own separate doors. So it's something like this. So two self-contained homes, independent, has everything in each one of them connected by a wall. So it's usually one person owns it. Then you have triplex, but you have those with 3 and 4 connected, right? Those are good investment strategies. So these are the main types of homes that are available if you're looking to buy. Now, next thing, what we're going to talk about is the mortgage. And once you talk about mortgage, there's a whole lot of other words that you need to familiarize yourself that comes under the mortgage. So the mortgage is what the amount that the bank is going to lend you to buy the house. Now, the bank is not going to give you the whole 100% of the cost of the house. You will have to come up with a portion, which is called the down payment, right? And the down payment is usually between 5 to 20% of the cost of the house. So you need to understand the down payment. Then there is also what you call the closing cost. Now, the closing cost is what you pay out of your pocket. So when it comes onto the mortgage, you'll need to save up for these two, the down payment and the closing costs. The closing cost includes all the legal fees. So think about your lawyer fees, your appraisals, your title search, and all that stuff. So this is usually a percentage between 2 to 5% of the cost of the house. The down payment is usually 5 to 20% of the cost of the house. Now, another one that we skipped is a mortgage pre-approval. So this one should maybe come here, which you will hear a lot of realtors are talking about pre-approval. When you're looking on Instagram and YouTube and you see mortgage pre-approval and you're like, what's that? The mortgage pre-approval is a commitment, is the amount that the lender is willing to loan you to buy the house, right? So you provide all your information, they'll do their financial assessment, and then they will determine based on your income and your debt ratio how much you can afford and how much they're going to lend you, right? So then you can have this commitment to show your real estate agent. And if you're looking for a real estate agent, hey, I'm Yashika Turner and I represent Hamilton, Ontario, realtor and the surrounding areas, right? Real estate and surrounding areas. So then you will have a legit letter of commitment showing that this is a price and this is a house budget that you'll be looking into. So if you're pre-approved for $1 million, don't go looking at houses for over $2 million because you are not qualified. Your lender is not lending you $2 million. Their limit is $1 million. And another pro tip, if you're qualified for $1 million, you don't have to max it out and get a house for $1 million. You can find something for 800, for 900, so that you don't become house poor and capping out, maximum out the amount that you are pre-approved for. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, now let's look at equity. Oh, this is a homeowner's best friend term, equity. Now, the equity is the amount that you owe the bank versus the difference of what the house is valued. So you know house prices changes along going on throughout the years, throughout the months, right? So say for example, you bought a house for $500,000. We're just using this for easy math. And we know that the down payment amount for this house is 5%, right? So 5% of this 500,000 is 25,000. Now, this is what you're going to pay, and the bank is going to lend you 475,000, right? So this is what you're going to owe the bank. But remember, the cost of the house was 500,000. So now the house value goes up in the next 2 years. Imagine that. Now the value of that house is now say 700,000. Right? So the equity of the house is the difference between this 475 and this 700,000, which gives you 225,000. I think that's right, right? Tell me if I did my math correct. So the equity would be $225,000 in the house, right? So with this amount, I'll do another video to show you how you can use this first house to get a second house and start your real estate journey. But this is what, when you hear people talk about you're building equity in the house, this is the difference of what you hold the bank and what the house value at the current time, right? And the house value can go up or it can go down. So that's what we call the equity. See you in the next video.